Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Spiritual Sojourn. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Tom. Good to
Hello,
see you.
Laurie. Nice to see you as well.
It's been a week, so it's good to see you back.
Yes, we took a week off. We had things going on, but I missed it and I'm glad we're back.
Yeah, me too. So, my guides are here today. I think feels like everybody's here today just because I think they want to talk about the craziness in the world right now and the energies that are kind of flying around and how that's affecting everyone, including me in this moment. Um, So let me see if I can tune in, get their message, and then we can chat. Dear ones, we want you to know and to understand that much is occurring on your planet. Many energies are disruptive at this time, and this is causing many changes, many challenges to humans. Everyone is feeling this energy in many different ways and reacting to it in a variety of ways. Many are becoming more angry, more violent. Some are more depressed, more disconnected. Know that this is temporary and it will pass. The energy is shifting as it needs to. This is another time period when the earth, as well as human beings, again are having their vibrations, their frequencies increased, moving up, even though it does not feel that way in this moment. Know that this is in part a reaction that you are seeing in the world to these shifts in energy. And know that all of you will have your own personal reactions to things. Trust that you are being supported, guided through this, that we are always with you. The divine love always surrounds you. It is important that each of you, as a human being, as an individual soul, remember to let go of needing to be in charge, let go of control, let go of fear. Listen to that soul self, that true self, and let that be your guidance, not so much mind and ego. Release whatever seems to not be working for you at this time. Release fears, release doubts. Move into the heart space as much as you are able and stay there. For this is where the calmness will be found. For this is your connection to divine source. And understand that as you can stay more connected consciously, the less the energies around you will have an effect on you. Again, as we always do, we encourage you to limit the amount of news that is presented in the world. For this energy emanating from this is designed to upset, to keep people in fear and confusion. And we encourage you to avoid that as much as possible. And when you are exposed or do engage in watching this information, to really use your discernment so that you are able to truly check in with soul self and discern the truth of it. What is really being said and what is the truth, not what is being sent out over the airwaves. We know it does not seem as if all is well. And yet we would say to you that in the bigger scheme of things, all is well. You are each being called to clear whatever needs to still be cleared, to release old patterns, old behaviors, old beliefs that no longer serve, that no longer work for you. And again, to stay tuned in, to connect more and more with soul and higher self, for those are the true self that you are. Help mind and ego to find their proper place in balance with mind and ego and to work cooperatively. That will help you navigate these next few weeks and days of this intense energy that is flowing through the earth, for the earth is shifting as well as humans. Stay grounded, drink water, rest as you need to, and give yourself grace. Okay. They seem to have stepped back a little bit.
Mhm.
So, yeah, that's pretty much been my journey for the last couple weeks for sure. Just feeling out of the other day, I felt like I was on a mushroom journey and trying to navigate reality here in my world. And it was very difficult. And I wasn't on a journey at all, but it was just that sense of disorientation and not feeling grounded. And I was trying to drive someplace and had to keep reminding myself of where I was going so I could make the right turns and get to where I needed to be, because I would suddenly flake out and think, wait, what am I doing? Where am I going?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that right now as I'm working through a lot of the remains of what I need to let go of. For me, it's been about letting go of denial and fear, and control,
Mhm.
which are really hard to let go of.
Yeah, most definitely. And there's so much going on right now, and we have a natural inclination to want to go correct those things that are going wrong. But what I keep hearing, and I tell myself this all the time, and I get told this all the time, which is there are people whose job it is to go correct those problems and to fight those battles. And I am not one of those people. And I
Mhm.
can send them good energy or whatever it might be that I can do. But that's part of their contract for what they came to do at this time in history. And they are prepared to do it, and people are in a situation where they're executing their soul plan. It's my job not to get in the way and to sit back and not become part of the problem by getting overly involved or by getting stressed out about it. So that's a message I've been hearing for the last several months, I think, weeks at least, but possibly months. And I tell myself, I remind myself of that rather often because it's the only way to stay sane during
Yes,
all the things that are going on.
yes, I would agree. Yes, I get similar messages. It's really about focusing inward for me right now, and other folks I talk with in general who are on a path as well are talking about the same things, just being, just discombobulated, feeling not, clear about things, having odd body issues like aches and pains that they haven't had before, having poor balance, staying focused, all of that. And it's part of that energy shifting that's coming through. And a lot of it, according to what the guides just said, is that part of it is energies are working together right now to, I think, try to help us stay off balance if possible. And so the more we can stay aligned with our soul, with our higher self, the less we can be pushed, pushed off balance by this energy that's coming at us right now.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, reminding yourself that, reminding myself, okay, this is what I'm here to do. And I can let all that other stuff go. I don't have to be in charge of it. And I don't have to react to it. That's the other piece for
Mhm.
me.
Yeah, because reacting to it, it does add to the problem.
Exactly.
It
And
really
and
does.
I get that a lot in meditation, that when if I allow myself to get caught up and also start to get angry or scared, that just feeds that energy and makes it bigger. So the more I can not do that, the more it can help reduce that energy. So I
Mhm.
try to remember that and not react to things with anger and fear.
While you were describing all the things that are happening to you, you're feeling disoriented, discombobulated. The picture I got was of someone standing in a canoe going down the rapids. So that's a good time to sit down and don't rock the boat. Stay low and get through it. There are people who are charged with getting that canoe through there. You are a passenger at this point. So sit down and don't rock the boat. Hey, that would make a great song, Laurie. We should do that.
You're the musician. So,
Well, the idea's been taken already, but
yeah.
but
But
anyway, that's
that's
the
a great
song.
visual. Yeah, that's a great visual though, because it's exactly how it feels. Like I'm out of control. I am going headlong down this rapid and down this waterfall, and I don't know what's coming next. And all I can do is hold on and breathe as
Yep.
best I can.
Sit down, keep a low center of gravity, hold on, and everything will be okay. But the more you work against those forces and activities, the worse it could be for you.
And at times, it sounds so simple in some ways, and yet there are those moments I have that clarity and I can be in that centeredness and just go with that flow and everything seems wonderful. And then I'll hit those moments where it's like, what the heck is going on? And suddenly my mind is all about, I need to be in control, I need to be in charge, and what the hell are we doing? And those are the moments that sometimes then I get thrown off balance and have to come back to, okay, it's all fine. Just sit down, stay calm, breathe,
Mhm.
you know. But it's it's a challenge as a human being to navigate that sometimes, especially giving up the sense of control and um, denial is a big one.
Mhm.
So
And when you see the crazy, um, that the crazy is supposed to be there right now.
yeah.
It's part of what's leading people to, decide what they want for their own mental well-being,
Mhm.
and they can do whatever they want with that. It's a free world, but that's not necessarily for us to get involved into.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So,
And I do trust that it will, like, I will find my way out of this sort of dark night of the shadow, if you will, once again, because it's, it's layers of things that come and go. And I know that that'll happen. And I think the energies that we're flowing in right now will also pass. And I find that I have to constantly remind myself of that and move back into that place of trust
mhm,
and holding that space for myself. Because if I'm too much caught up in the outside world, if you will, then it doesn't feel like anything's ever going to end. It's only going to get worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did you flunk this test before? Is that what happened?
I have no idea. Apparently, I flunked it many, many times
No,
before.
that's a loaded question. I wanted to ask you that just so I could make the point that this is an iterative thing that we have to go through every time you get a little further with it, but it's an iterative thing. It keeps coming back. So,
Well, and that's the thing I think that I have to remind myself of is that each time I do this work and I'm going a little deeper into that unconscious part, that I'm not starting over. It's just the next layer. It's just the
mhm,
next level.
yeah,
And that's going to continue to happen over and over again as long as I'm in this physical body on this planet.
yeah.
And that's okay because I can start to judge myself really harshly about that when I do bump up against those things again. And it's like, oh, we've been here, done that. And then it's like, okay, but now here's a deeper level. And so
That's
I have to
exactly
stay
it.
with it.
Or
Yeah.
here's a new twist to it, or here's something you didn't
Right.
face last time. And
Right.
so, yeah, I think everyone is going to have those types of iterations. And I love picking on the fact that you might have flunked, but you didn't.
I don't think there's any failing, actually. It's just you receive the opportunity to continue this journey over and over again and go deeper each time.
That is such a good way to put it. I wish I knew that back in, grade school. I could have used that line pretty well.
Yeah. And I think it's because sometimes I feel like it's always just me and what did I do wrong? And honestly, everyone I know who's on this path of spirituality and awakening, we're all feeling it. We're all having very similar experiences right now. And everyone in our own way is feeling crazy. And like, am I just making all this up? And then we get to talk to each other and say, oh no, I'm right there with you. So either we're all going through this and are all making it up, or we're not.
Yeah.
And okay, I won't go there.
Yeah. Well, and there are so many things there. If it wasn't for the sheer number of things, if you flip to the wrong page of the news, you can read all about a new moon that showed up that's running around our planet right now. And
Yeah, some little meteor or something, right? That's
yeah, it's a little
circling the
meteor that's running around, no permission, didn't ask anybody, totally trespassing, and just crazy stuff that's happening, and you just can't consume all of it without just shaking your head. So that's the main message I think for today is don't let it get you. We've given some of this message before, but today it's kind of we're taking it another step, and everybody needs to really realize this is real and it's happening to lots of people,
It is.
and
Yeah.
and don't let it get to you.
And as a great friend of mine used to say, don't take it all so seriously. Don't take yourself so seriously. Lighten up,
That's
which
a
I
good
tell myself every day.
that's a good message right now.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anything else that you or the guides want to say to us at the time?
The guides seemed pretty pleased with our conversation today and what they said earlier. My sense from them is we're all really okay. We're good, and they've got us. They've got our backs. They're supporting us. We're not going to crash and burn. They're right there with us, and to
Okay,
hold that trust and faith.
okay, good. Another time to quote the Prophet John, don't you know it's going to be all right?
There you go. Yes.
Snuck that one in as you knew I would. Okay, well, with that, thank you everyone for your attendance today and for joining in with us. And if you're having these kinds of conversations and issues, please put your comments in, because we'd love to see what everyone else is experiencing, and maybe the conversations will help. And if you have other ideas for future shows, we'd love to have you put those in there as well, and we'll pick up on those. If you haven't yet, please like and subscribe, and smash that like button and click the subscribe until you get the all notifications, and you'll always find out when we publish a new episode. And beyond that, if you need to get a hold of us, either Laurie or me, you can always email us at ourspiritualsojourn@gmail.com. And we are promising to answer you promptly. And with that, thank you, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Well, that was fun.